All right. Hi, guys. Thanks so much for hopping on. So, we have been doing power hours in lieu of team calls all last month. So, it's been a long time since we've had a call. And I really actually love, focusing on power hours instead of, doing a training every week, because I feel like you have the national wake up call. You have YouTube of top coaches that do their training. You have all of our team call trainings. And if your upline is, say, like Rachel or Heather, then they also, do team calls or trainings and things like that. So I almost feel like there's so much information out there. You can do it whenever, but I want to focus on helping you take action. So that's kind of where I've gone. So what I want to talk to you guys about tonight is just kind of like a Q&A. Like, I just wanted to open the floor to you guys so you can tell me exactly what you're struggling with and exactly what you need help with, so we can help you. So we've got myself, Heather, Rachel, are all, been doing this for a while. So we are happy to help. And then, at that point too, Heather and Rachel, anything that you need and you need to ask, I'd be happy, even if it's leadership and it's not something that they may be struggling with. I want to open that up to you guys too. So Tiffany, I'm going to start with you because you're in my top left corner. So when you think of coaching, I want to ask you, what is your favorite part? Like, what is your favorite part about coaching?
I've actually enjoyed helping Heather run the challenge group.
Okay. So that is, if that's a strength of yours, I would say you need to focus on finding a free group to run next month that is going to
already going there.
Good.
Yes.
Okay. What are you doing?
Actually, the other Heather and I just talked, my success partner, and we are going to run a free clean eating group and meal planning.
Okay. So what I would do, and you guys can Zoom and plan this too, I would go through and write down everything you thought of why you didn't want to, switch to clean eating or, meal planning, and then everything you struggled with when you did switch. And those are what people need. So, we have templates and things like that for free groups, but do you want to know what my groups that rock are? The ones that I don't copy paste, and I make it myself. And that's why I think free groups should be short, if they're not like a fitness challenge, and planned out, and think, how can I add the most value? And when it's free like that and people are like, wow, this is so cool, I learned so much. Just think when they are going to be like, okay, so what do you do for your VIP clients? Like, I want to be this, I want to join your boot camp. So we want to overgive with our free groups, if anything, because that's going to be that wow factor. And that's going to be people that are like, I want to work with you. That's why I'm not buying it off, Amazon. So, I would really kind of dig deep into that and actually write out 2 or 3 posts, think about a day, or think about what your giveaways are going to be. Are you going to have a theme? And if you do have a theme each day, you could do a cover photo. So it says Monday, this is what we're going to do, Tuesday. So they know and have expectations. So I would love for you guys to do a Zoom and try to plan to the nitty gritty and have fun doing that. Because if that is something you're passionate about, you like doing the groups and things like that, you need to keep coaching fun. I have seen it so many times that people love being a challenger and they love coaching in the beginning and they go gung-ho and they message everyone and they are constantly doing this and they're constantly doing that, but they feel like they're not getting paid for their effort, and they get burnout because then their significant other is mad because they're always on their phone, or there's so many. Are you laughing because you've been there and that's what's happening? Yeah. And I did the same thing. So then what's going to happen is you're going to be so excited, but then your significant other is saying okay, this is stupid. All you do is on Facebook and we never get to spend time anymore, because you're not explaining what it is you're doing. So that is where communication is so important in your relationship, but also you need to say, hey, I set aside, 8 to 9 o'clock at night for me to respond to messages. Other than that, that's fine. If you want to, whatever that time is, or maybe it's even just 30 minutes. I would, maybe try to do your power hour earlier in the morning, and then if evening was your time together, maybe say, I'm just gonna check in for like 40 minutes and send as many follow-ups, invites, check-ins as I can, and do try to do your most of your stuff during the day, so that you can say, okay, I'm going to be really intentional about how I work this business. Every night between 7 and 8 o'clock, you're mine, something like that. So you need to set family hours, or this business will eat you alive. And I'm telling you that because I've been a coach for 4.5 years. And for the first 2 years straight, all Matt and I did was fight, because I was constantly on my phone. And we never have fights about the same thing twice unless it was Beachbody, because we fought all the time, because normally we just fix it and it's good. But I couldn't fix it because I couldn't figure out how to turn it off. So you want to put your family first, Beachbody second. And you need to, if it's time blocking, whatever, that's going to be so important. And trust me, I waited way too long. And what does that tell your significant other? I'm sorry, I'm just going on a rampage here, guys. But I've gotten this question a couple times in the last couple weeks, so I kind of wanted to address it anyways. But that tells your significant other that Facebook, basically, they just think you're on Facebook, so that tells them that Facebook is more important than they are. And that doesn't feel good, right? So, you just have to really explain, like, oh my gosh, I'm talking to this girl and she's about to join my challenge group. She's going to buy a challenge pack. I'm so excited. Well, what the heck does a challenge pack mean? She's going to buy a fitness program. She's going to buy the meal plan, and she's going to do Shakeology with us. And then I actually get 2 successful points. And it's really cool because if I get 5 or 10, I start getting leads from our company I guess once you're Emerald, you can say that. But, I start getting leads from the company, or, telling them that it's a really big deal because your Shakeology is paid for and everything else is, going to go to gas that month, or whatever it is. Like, the more honest and open that you can be, the more that hi, Alex. Hi, baby. Sorry, girl. The more open and confident, that you in communication that you can be, they're going to be your supporter. So do that now before it's too late that they're just super, super resentful. Because honestly, the 3rd year I went to Chalene Johnson, I love her. She had we kept calling Heather Chalene all weekend, because she's just this short, little, cute, adorable blonde thing. We're like, what's Chalene? So anytime you see her, just call her Chalene Johnson. And she was like, guys, is it because I'm old? And I said, no, Chalene Johnson is the best compliment anybody could be ever given.
I think because I'm way older than everybody.
What'd you say?
I was pretty sure it was just because I was way older than everybody.
Oh.
We're the same age, Heather.
Yeah. What are you saying about Tiffany? Sorry, I just cleaned my my little webcam with a baby doll. I think I just have bad lighting. I think that's what I look like.
That's your mommy?
Oh,
That's your mommy.
Whose baby is that?
I was like, where is that coming from?
I didn't know you could hear that.
So cute though. I had to stop. Okay, squirrel. So we went to Chalene Johnson's Smart Success, and I went 2 years. I actually went the 3rd year. Year 1, I was really trying to grow my business and focusing on income. Year 2, I really wanted to figure out how to be a good leader. In year 3, I wanted to figure out how to make my marriage work and my business work. And I went into that seminar with that being my number 1 priority for the first time ever in my business, because my priorities for any training was, I need to grow more, I need to learn more, I need to make more money. And it was really kind of cool to see comfortable with where I am right now financially, and like I need to dig into this. And I just wish I would have done it sooner. And but I just can't tell you enough that it's important to also focus on personal development for your relationships. So if anyone has any good ones besides the 5 love languages, I love that one. Here's one that's called His Needs, Her Needs. That one's pretty good too. Anything else anybody suggest in terms of relationship, PD?
Paul and I, honestly, it wasn't like for relationships.
Oh, hold on, Mandy. I think I have to mute you.
Sorry.
No, you're fine. Adorable. Okay, go ahead.
Paul and I both listened to the Compound Effect, and though it's not like a relational book,
Yeah.
but it's so weird. It totally did help us, like, because the Compound Effect really can affect so much of your entire life, not just coaching or work, but just how like words can affect things compoundly. Yeah. I don't know. It was really helpful for both of us. So it was kind of fun just to do something together that we could listen to each and then like discuss it, when we had some time. So it was kind of
awesome.
Nice. That's a good idea.
Mm-hmm. And I think the compound effect is so good too for, mentality and positivity and, in all aspects of careers, it can be helpful as well. So
I have it, but I don't like it.
Are you, Heather, you cut out a little.
I said I have it, but I don't like it.
The other Heather.
Which one?
The other.
Oh, below me.
We're like the Brady Bunch.
Are you reading it or are you listening to it?
Listening. I get so sidetracked with things. I think I need to buy the actual book or download it on an app to read, because I can read all day, but when it comes to listening, I try to do it like when I'm cooking or when I have the baby, and I get so sidetracked and I don't really hear what they're saying,
Yeah, message me. I might have a copy. I'll have to look. Either I have it or my sister has it, but I can send it to you.
Okay. Yeah, I think it would be easier for me, so I don't know. But Mel's into a whole bunch of like weird stuff like that too, so.
Weird stuff like that.
I've caught him listening to it.
A lot of weird stuff.
Well, it's funny. My husband has never read any kind of personal development or anything. And so when I first gave it to him to listen to, he was like, he likes a 35-minute drive to work every day. And I'm like, if you just listen to 10 or 15 minutes of it every day. And he totally got hooked. And I really didn't think he was going to.
Aw, Coach Paul listens to personal development. Aw, tell him I love him. I miss
I got my husband listening to the Compound Effect too, and he's all about it. So yeah, I'm excited.
Actually, The One Thing is a good book too, and that's by Gary Keller, and he was like the founder of Keller Williams, and that's the real estate company I work for. And so I read it. My mother-in-law told me probably a year ago that it was a good book. So I read it, and it was great for Beachbody. It's cool because it's also great for real estate. So that might be the one I'll try to do Audible with Matt. It's a good idea. Okay, so let's go to, and then is there anything else that you were with in particular that I could help you with?
What was that? Sorry, you cut out for a sec.
Is there anything like in particular that you are currently struggling with?
Actually, Heather and I just got on a call right before this one, and she helped me a lot. So I think I'm okay now.
Okay, and just tell me what something was, if it's something that's general that other people might be struggling that I can just touch on.
It was like posting in general, I guess, but I wanted to do like a challenge group kind of post for our upcoming challenge group, and I just struggle with words sometimes. Yeah. I talk to people better than I can write, I guess you could say.
And honestly, I've had so many coaches that are like that, and like the more that you do it, the better that it gets. So you'll get more and more.
I figured. I'm still learning all the time. And trying to fit all this in with work too is, you know.
I know. Yeah, it's a lot. And honestly, like that's why you just have to be very intentional with how you're working your business. So when you sit down to do, and I just doing power half hours in the morning because I don't have a full hour because I work out, get ready. I don't have a full hour in the morning anymore. So I do a power half hour and I focus on the most important activities. So I don't even let myself, and Melanie Mitro says this all the time too, she doesn't even let herself check her notifications. She goes straight into her messages. So open up the Messenger app on your phone. Do you guys all have the Messenger app?
Mm-hmm. Yes.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. So stay in there. Stay in there and answer your messages in the Messenger app. Don't even open the Facebook app to go to the messages. And
Wait, I didn't know you could do that.
Yes, ma'am.
Wait.
Okay. Do you see this icon, the one in the middle on the top?
Yeah. Oh, I know you could do that, but I mean, you can't post from. You could send messages to people, but you can't post, can you?
That's
like
what I'm saying. You can't get distracted by anything. You can just go to your message and say,
I'll see you in the morning.
I have to send them, you know, who I've been talking to, kind of thing. Who is that?
I don't know who that is.
Oh, okay.
I think you need to mute everybody.
Yeah. Hi, Rachel.
Much better. Okay, thank you. I was like, seriously, just, I don't know. Like, I'm so bad with like background noises. I like don't even realize them sometimes. I'm so good at blocking things out. It's terrible. Okay, so posting. If anybody else here struggling with posting, raise your hand if you would think so. Terry. Okay. All right. Heather and Rachel are both phenomenal posters. So feel free to go to their page and follow them, and so that you see how they post, and then also you can go see some of their posts just by going to their page anytime you want to like get some inspiration. Never, ever, ever copy and paste something from another coach. But what I do is, and I do this still, I'll look at, kind of what other top coaches are doing here and there, and I'll say, oh, I'll get some inspiration from it and I'll make it my own. So, and by all means, if I go through and say I made a post where, this is usually how I do my challenge group post. I talk about where I was before, if it's like a side-by-side, or something, I talk about where I, or that, challenger or coach, whoever I'm doing, was before, kind of how she was feeling, what she, told me when she wanted to get started, things like that. Then, what she did and why it's important for other people to do it with you. Kind of is like the gist, you know what I mean? So I like to tell a little story in every, before and after I share. So I did Heather yesterday. I did Heather's transformation last night. And I really try to, kind of make it personal about that person so that people can, understand, one, you helped this person, and this person, and you took the time to get to know this person, and they're more than a price tag. So, I just think it's so important to talk about the community of your challenge group. And if you don't feel like your challenge group has a great community, you need to get that, and you need to focus on how to get that. And how you can do that is you can start being more real and less scripted. And that's why I realized my challenge group has died off, because, hey, guess what? Life got busy, and I was just having Krista schedule a photo of the day, and I was barely checking in myself. Well, no duh. It's, the speed of the leader is the speed of the pack. So I'm popping in there, kind of like sharing a Snapchat video and saying, hey guys, da da da, and like not just about, hey, I'm doing a giveaway, do this, or hey, this is our challenge, drop your photo of the day. Like, I'll make a post like Tribe Talk, like, hey, what are you struggling with right now? How can we help you? I've done something where I say, hey, if you run a small business and it's not Beachbody and, I'd love to drop your information below and we'll kind of shout you guys out this week. I've had people like they sell Arbonne, they sell Pampered Chef. I've got one girl that she sells Pampered Chef. So I said, yeah, sure. I'd love to do a post for you and your business tomorrow. Just send me like 2 things. Or wine. If you sell wine, please don't post about it below because I can find mine at CVS just fine. I'm recording this. Oh well. What was I gonna say? What was I talking about? Oh yeah. Okay, sorry. So they can post about it. And so I had a Pampered Chef girl and I said, do like 2 or 3 products you want me to kind of focus on and send me a picture of those. And I'll kind of post about that. And so this girl did a lot better than just saying, hey guys, I sell Pampered Chef. Let me know if you need anything. Because nobody ever lets you know if you need anything because, it just doesn't happen. So I'm telling these people, give me 2 items that you want me to focus on. I'll put pictures there and then they can contact you or comment below for more information. So it's really cool too. I've got one of my clients, she's a Rockstar client and she's a LuLaRoe girl. And so she has like literally connected with 2 people that have purchased LuLaRoe from my challenge group. And that makes me happy. Like girl bosses supporting other girl bosses, So, I think that the more that you can do to dig in and see how can I add value, how can I help them, always doing buddies. And my buddies, I tell them they have to add each other on Facebook. They have to send each other their goals and what they're struggling with and what program they're committing to. And like, honestly, like just that right there, I have girls that like send each other tank tops or send each other gifts. One year we did a Secret Santa and we all like did that. And like, it was so much fun to say, oh my gosh, I got something in the mail. I literally did a spreadsheet and I said, what is your passions? What t-shirt size do you have? What like things do you like? So people would like wine, dogs, So it's not just getting a random gift. It's still kind of getting this person knows they're getting this person and what they like. And like they freaking loved that. We all made a post about it and it was so cool. So I mean, honestly, when I think of my favorite challenge groups, it's when I was 100% dialed in as a challenger and as a coach. So I just think that the best thing that you can do, guys, is be a great challenger, post regularly, because nobody's going to say, hey, Lindsay, tell me about that shake you posted about 6 months ago, because I'd really like some more information. Or even 6 days ago was the last time you posted anything about health or fitness. People aren't going to really take you seriously. So treat it like a business, regardless if you have a job, have kids, have a life. It's fine. But the sooner that you treat it like a business, the more productive you're going to be in the time that you give it. So, they always say a lot at Beachbody is like, well, the upside is it's only $140. Or I guess, it's only $40 to, start your own business because you could literally just pay the business fee and have a business. But the downside is that it's only $40 to start a business. So if it doesn't work, fine, whatever. And so, people can throw in the towel because it was a $40 investment, maybe a $160. So it's so important to, say if I invested, think if you started your own gym, how much would you invest, do you think, for a gym? I don't know, 100,000, 500,000, like I have no idea. But think about all the gym equipment, all of that stuff. So say you had to do that. If it didn't work in a month, would you be like, nah, it's not for me? No, you wouldn't. The first year is probably going to be hell. The first year is going to be so hard and you're going to be spinning your wheels and trying to figure out what the heck you're doing. And, you've got this Joe Schmo guy that works for you over here that is gung-ho and says he wants to do so much and never does anything. And then you've got another person that said they were going to, go and get, they were going to be at every class, or you know, and they were going to, you know, drink all the shakes that you sold at your gym and but then they never followed through. You know, you wouldn't just say, well, must be a bad, you know, gym owner, I'm going to quit. So, you know, you have to focus that you cannot handle it or control what other people around you are doing. And just when you go in the mindset of knowing people are going to tell you no, people are going to not respond to your messages, but they're not going to, you know, tell you, hey, you stupid freak, leave me alone, when you come from them with like a genuine, you know, just, hey, I found something that works for me. And that's why you have to be a product of the product, so you can send them your before and after. So that's even more motivation to say, hey, I want results. And whether it's weight loss, whether it's muscle gain, you know, whether it's definition, it doesn't matter. But if you had a personal trainer and they still looked the same a year later or 6 months later, would you be like, I'm not sure about that. And I really want you to treat your business like a business, because you are a walking spokesmodel for the products, right? So, and so I just can't tell you enough how important it is. I think Heather wrote something in there about that too. Let's see. And great coaches come from challenge groups, so make it awesome. Yes. Honestly, I don't think I have maybe one active coach right now that wasn't a challenger before she signed up as a coach, because I don't let people do it anymore. Because this girl was doing Beachbody, but she wasn't in a challenge group, and she wanted to join as a coach for the discount and wanted to work the business. That was like literally the first person in probably like almost a year that I've signed up, if they haven't been in my challenge group. Now I like require people to do a 30-day boot camp with me, even if they want to coach as a challenger first. Because I will tell you this, that if they do not love the products and they do not want to be a coach because of the products, they're probably going to get bored and they're probably going to fizzle out. So don't attract people for the business. Have people fall in love with Beachbody and get awesome results and fall in love with your challenge groups, and then want to be a part of it. And that is when you find your tribe. Because I stopped making posts about, hey, you want to quit your job? Hey, is your boss a jerk? Hey, do you want to make extra income? Because I don't want to chase people. I don't want people to come to me to want to make money. I want them to come to me because they want to better themselves and they want to change lives like their coach did for them. So, you know, I really think that when you focus on thinking about the type of people you want to attract, that's when your business is going to grow. And so maybe you really do want money. Like, well, I do want money. That is why I joined, which is totally fine. That's why I joined too. But when you focus on changing lives, money's going to come. So, you know, it's going to come because you're focusing on the right things. So that was that tangent that I don't even know how we got there, but
about business stuff, if I can hop in.
Yes, please. Tell me to stop.
No, you're great. I just wanted to share, and I'm sorry, Tiffany, if you already heard my my live video today, but I am going to kind of repeat what I said earlier in our team page. But I listened to this video today in Beachbody Champions, and if you guys are not in Beachbody Champions, you should be, because it's really, really great. So a request to get into Beachbody Champions on Facebook if you're not already in it. So today there was a video in there, or maybe he posted it last night, maybe. But it really hit home to me, because I just really wanted to share with my team, because I feel like my team is like, several of them have just like said that they are, in their words, struggling. But it really hit home because he said, like, you have to, just like what April said a few minutes ago, this is a business and you're starting it from the ground up, right? This is your business, right? You can't jump into owning a business and all of a sudden you have all this success. There's not anybody that begins their own business and immediately is incredibly successful. Like, you have to build it, and you have to, every single day you are building in that business. So you have to treat it that way. And the first year is going to be tough. And he said it like you're on an escalator. So you're an escalator that's going down and you're walking up it.
Time out. Who was this that's doing the video?
Patrick.
Reelman?
Huh?
Reelman?
Yeah. Pat.
Okay. Sorry, I'll find it.
Okay. He said, you know, think of it as your first year in a business is like you're on an escalator going down, but you're trying to walk up it, right? So you're going against the grain, and that's normal. That's not like that's Beachbody. That's normal in any business. So, and people are watching you, whether you think they are or not. Just because you're not getting likes on your posts, just because you're not getting comments, does not mean they're not watching you. I can't tell you how many times I have had somebody message me and be like, I've been watching you for the last 6 months. I know I've never commented or ever liked anything you've ever posted, but I've been watching you and you inspire me so much. I seriously wish I would have tallied up all the times I've heard that, because it's a bazillion times. So they're watching you, like, and you know what they're waiting for? They're waiting to see if you are actually going to continue with what you say you're doing. They're watching to see if you are going to continue with your journey. They're watching to see if you are continuing with your coaching, because they don't want to jump into something that they're not sure you're 100%. You know, you were a little bit nervous probably to jump into this. They are too. They're making sure that you're for real. They're making sure that you are legit. And every time that you step back and that you kind of fall off or that you lose your fire, they're like, oh, knew it. I knew it. That's up. Can't do that. And then it takes that much time for you to build that trust up again. And so you need to keep that. If you are feeling like a low, like if you are feeling you're not on fire, do something to light that back up again. Whatever it is that you need to do, light it back up again, because there's so many people watching you. And if you stay consistent and you stay and show that fire, that's what's going to keep them like, okay, this girl's for real. And I want to be part of that. I want to be into that, because this chick is for real. This chick has gotten tons of awesome results. Or, you know, I've seen her for a year now and she's really working her business. She was just able to leave her job. Those kinds of things people are watching, whether you think they are or not. So my 2 cents right there.
I love that. Anything, Rachel, that your girls have been struggling with recently that you want to touch on? Or any advice that you've given anybody recently that you think would be helpful? Or
Honestly, it's all been different. So I have 3 coaches who kind of started at the same time. And right now they're, going through the coach training, and they said that they're all nervous to make their new coach post. So that's one thing. And a lot of my other coaches are saying they're having problems with conversations. And I think Heather's on this. I can't see everybody's face, but I think Heather's on this, and I need to go back and look at her conversations. But a lot of people are having problems with people not answering them or, telling them no. And again, it's the same thing. Unfortunately, I've been Heather and I have kind of been working on our numbers and just saying, it's a complete numbers game. So if, you can say, well, unfortunately people are saying no to me, and I am the queen of, dealing with that self-defeat and, getting discouraged because you're not, having clients that are saying yes, or having people who want to join you. But the more people that you start adding, the more people you start talking to, the more value you start adding to your page. I think that's huge. Like, that's something that I've really changed. I've made sure every single day before I hit that post button, I ask myself, like, is this going to add value to somebody? Is this going to, help somebody in any way that they can come to my page and say, she's worth following because she helps me, whether it's motivation, whether it's clean eating, no matter what it is. So I feel more confident in my messages because I know that people can, go to my storefront, they can go to my Facebook, and they know that I have, I talk the talk and I walk the walk. So that's something that I was actually going to talk to Heather about, talking to our team on our team call on Monday. I think it's really important to add value to your page. And I think when you have confidence in yourself, then other people see that and they can tell when you're desperate. You have to make sure that you're not acting like that, because I can tell you how many times it's been the last day of the month and you're trying to hit Success Club, and people can smell that. They know when you're desperate, and they're not just a sale. You are there to change their lives. And, you want to make sure that they are your number one priority, not your Success Club points or, the money. And that'll come. One thing while I'm on here, I do want to tell you, April, this is just random, but I saw that you posted, or we were talking about Instagram, and I told you that we would talk about that at some point. And you were saying how you can post a link on there. You have to have 10,000 or more followers to be able to do that.
Really?
So that's why you're super popular and can do it, but we can't.
I saw that on yours today, April, and I was like, oh.
I know. I told Heather that because I saw that you had posted that, and I was like, I again, when I was doing my research, I was looking into it and I'm like, why can I not post my link? Why can I not? And it says they limit it to only people who have it as business pages and have 10,000 or more followers. So that's something.
Mine's a business page.
But how did you get 20,000 followers on Instagram?
I got, how many did I get? I had probably 10. I think. I had like 12 or 13 on my own. And then I bought some followers that are not quality followers, but I bought them probably about a year ago, because when I do features, this was my reasoning. It was worth it for me to buy that, because when I do a feature, and that was what I was doing a lot, people come and they're like, ooh, 20,000 followers? Follow. Why not? You know?
Yeah.
So that's what I did.
I bought I think, I forget how many.
I think I spent $200 to buy them, but that was over a year ago. And I mean, I still have a good bit. So
yeah, mine were all like from Saudi Arabia.
No, they weren't. I don't get like weird.
I think I got like 300 or something
like that. But yeah.
I didn't even know you could buy followers.
Sure can. Tax write-off.
You can buy anything, Rachel.
I guess I should have known this. We can even buy a baby, Heather. We're going to have to show April that.
Oh my gosh, Rachel and I are going to buy a baby.
Together. Like, are you going to sign the adoption papers as your like lesbian partnership, or are you?
Shamadios.
They're so funny. They put their two last names together. I love you guys. Okay. They asked me to post something in a team group or a 5-star group today, and I sent a Bitmoji back that said no, but I really didn't because I forgot. So I gotta do that tonight.
I was like, oh, I guess she doesn't want to help her then. I guess she's out.
Sorry. I really will do that though. Okay. Let's see what's in the chat. Oh, Donald. Oh, that was privately and I wrote it out loud. Donald Trump buys followers. Okay. Anything else that anybody else is struggling in particular? Lindsay, Terry, anything? Lindsay, go ahead.
You gotta unmute though. Unmute.
Yeah, unmute yourself.
Hello? Can you hear me? I can't hear you now, though.
I muted myself and then I
Okay. Okay. So I have been a Beachbody coach for about a month, and I made Emerald like a couple weeks ago. So I started running my first challenge group on my own at the beginning of this week. But it's mostly my family members for the most part, and a couple of close friends. So I'm just kind of like trying to deal with all the overwhelm right now. I really don't even know what my next step should be, other than just focusing a lot of my energy on my challenge group. Like, as far as like, should I be inviting people from my next group already, or I don't know. I don't even know where to go, I guess.
First, I think you should find a success partner.
Okay. Yeah, I don't have one of those.
Everything you have to do for a group is so overwhelming, especially as a new coach. I think it would, just that half the work is if somebody else is doing it with you, you know?
Mm-hmm.
So, when does your challenge group end? Did you do like a 3-week one?
I think it's like the middle of October it ends. So, yeah.
So, and you could even start a new one with somebody else before that and like do a different group, because you would do a different group anyways. You know, I wouldn't transfer the group that's like your clients, your family.
Yeah.
You could run a separate group and start it, so you would have 2 different start dates of groups, which sounds like a lot, but honestly, like it you're going to put more time into your challenge group than anything else, I feel. And that's going to be what's going to pay you back. So it's okay. So as long as you're doing the 3 vital behaviors, just kind of think about this. Like, well, I could do 2 groups next month, and maybe one starts mid-October, one starts in the beginning of October or end of October, whatever. And you can kind of like phrase it as, oh my gosh, I had such a huge response to, you know, my last boot camp that I am opening it up to, I am actually running 2 new boot camps next month. So I actually have 10 spots. And I will be, you know, kind of updating you guys as, you know, spots are, you know, limited and things like that. But I want to work individually with, you know, 10 women, and I've got, you know, I've got 2 groups that are starting this date and this date. So who's ready? And that's, if you go look at my post recently, and I actually have started to call it a Mom Bod boot camp. And honestly, I think it's the name, but people are freaking in love with that. So feel free to use that as well.
Okay.
So if your target market is mom, Lindsay, do you have kids?
No, I don't.
No, I wasn't talking to you. I was everyone in general. Are you married? Are you?
Yeah.
Okay. How old are you, if you don't mind me asking?
30.
Okay. So yeah, I was just trying to think of, you know, kind of what would you say is like your target market right now?
People who want to, well, obviously anyone who wants to lose weight, but I would say like people who really want to focus on health and just working out more consistently, like just people who need accountability to work out more consistently.
Okay. Wait, who leaves for Disney? Oh, I forgot about that. Have so much fun. Ride all the rides. Say hey to Mickey for me.
I will. I'm sorry to interrupt. I'll talk to you ladies later. Have a good night.
Totally fine. Bye.
Bye.
Okay, so so that being said, you know what kind of fitness people? Target market. Like, what things make you happy? And honestly, I would never have said what my target market is now when I first started, like, because I never would have said, oh, you know, wine, guacamole, Chipotle, not brushing my hair. What else? Am I forgetting anything? Like, literally people will be like, oh, I thought of you when I saw this Hot Mess Express like thing. And I'm like, oh, wow, that's awesome. I don't brush my hair and I'm a Hot Mess Express and I like wine and guacamole. So, think about things. And if you can't think of anything right now, I want you to think about things this week. Like, what makes me happy? Like, if I was doing anything right now, what would I want to be doing? And also, like, funny, for me, humor is really funny. Humor is really funny. Humor is really important. So what I'll do is I'll get on Google and I will look up German Shepherd meme, coffee meme, you know, things like that. Like, I'm obsessed with coffee. You know, I like to do at least once a week, I'll try to do something about like my faith and motivation, inspiration. You know, I try to keep it like trying to see where I can find people that are just like me. So it does not have to be just fitness. When I say target market, like, what kind of people would you like to spend time with?
Okay.
So think about that this week and really kind of dial in. And one thing that I always can do is when you figure out target market, whether it's wine, it's, you know, German Shepherd, it's whatever. You can literally go to Google and type German Shepherd meme, like MEME, and find funny things like that. And those like silly, funny things, you know, I've had one girl that she was like, her target market was like Star Wars, like nerds, you know, and like, not saying Star Wars is nerdy, but Star Wars, nerds, like, and, you know, I said, well, you know, go and like find memes for stuff like that. Like, go find bookworm memes, like things like that, because people are going to like and comment when they're your tribe. So, you know, I really try to do target market stuff at least like 3 times a week, at least.
Okay.
Because you want, and Heather, I just talked about this at our Diamond Retreat actually, which was so much fun. And she said, you know, you always said, like, what do you want people to think of you? Like, when people think of you, what do you want them to think of? Or what do they think of? What do they tag you in? And things like that. And she goes, I had my first message like that the other day. And it was just so cool because, you know, like you think about that, the darkest place that you were. Okay, what did you struggle with? For me, it was eating disorders and self-confidence. So when I think of that April at the lowest point in her life, what message did I need to read?
Okay.
For me, it was, you are enough. You are enough for God, and you need to be enough for yourself.
Okay.
So, can anybody think of anything that might be what like the when you were in your darkest place, what message you needed to hear? Can anybody think of that wants to share?
Well, that's how I even came up with my team name, because I struggled so much with a dissatisfaction and feeling like I needed to be perfect. And I felt so imperfect, but I just wanted to be perfect in every aspect. And that's how I came up with my team name, is Perfectly Imperfect.
I love that. And I went back and forth between Beautifully Made and Perfectly Imperfect when I.
Did you really?
I actually have my team name started as Run Pink, Run Happy, because that was my blog. And my last name used to be Pinkney, and I used to love running. Well, neither of those things are true anymore. And so I got a Run Pink, Run Happy shirt made, and in the back it said #Perfectly Imperfect. And it was like our team shirt. I'll have to find it.
That's funny, because I always tell my patients for years, go forth and be perfectly imperfect.
I love that.
But mine is probably, my lowest point is, you don't really suck. Because, I'm a smart ass. Well, I'm not a smart, snarky, but it's like, you don't really suck. Because I am so hard on myself.
Yes.
But I think I needed to hear that when I was at my lowest point.
So I want that to be an underlying message in so many of your posts. Like I find myself, saying something like, give yourself grace, or, it's okay to not be perfect at least once a week. Like at least, if not more. So, like, and this is kind of like along the lines that like what Heather and I were talking about. My grandma was out shopping, and, what did I say? I can't remember what it said now. She found this like, it was a cute little frame, and it said something like,
it was Give Yourself Grace, wasn't it?
Yeah, maybe that was it. Maybe it was like give yourself grace or something. I told Heather the story and I can't even remember it anymore. Sorry. And she was like, oh, this makes me think of you. And I'm like, or maybe it was You Were Enough. I forget. But I was like, if that is what people think of when they think of me, then I can die happy. So, that's kind of like what you want to think about and try to go through and give that message. And I can give that message in any type of situation. It can be a challenge group. Mm-hmm. It can be a lifestyle post where I'm talking about, what I had for dinner. If you guys see me, I'm so random, and I'm like 100% sure that I have ADHD. So you will find that out if you don't already realize that. After this, 40 minutes together, you probably already realized that. But
I don't think you do, in my professional opinion. But however,
well, that's true. You are there. I actually didn't go back to a therapist because after 40 minutes together, she diagnosed me with ADHD, and it was very strange. You're not supposed to do that, right?
No.
No. Yeah.
We all have it.
So, forgot what I was saying.
You were saying about in all your messages, there was like something underlying messages about your dinner. See, I got good listening skills, so there you go.
Yes, thank you. If you look at my posts, they're like side note. Like
I love your posts.
I usually have like 4 thoughts in one because I literally just write what happens and what pops in my head as I think about it. I don't overplan it. I don't over structurize it. If it pops in my head, it's coming out. And if it's inappropriate, that's my tribe. I want them.
# no filter. Love it. Yes. I don't have a team name yet.
Oh, you don't? Oh, that's fun.
No, because I keep playing with it back and forth, and some of my people keep saying that it probably needs to be something about Team No Sass, or just something about just say it or something, because I'm a direct hit with saying stuff.
Okay, so
I don't have one either.
It does not, and that's fine. It's no rush, honestly. You don't have to like patent it or anything. You don't check and see if anybody else has it. Like you just pick it if it's important to you. So, and what I would think about it too is it doesn't have to be a phrase. It could literally be. So like I have a girl that her team name was Team Radiance, and I'm like, oh, that's so pretty. Like that's so special. So sometimes I feel like sometimes people try so much to have it be a phrase, and it doesn't have to be that. So if you find one word that's like your word, be that team. And sometimes that's too. Yeah.
Going back to accountability partners or success partners, I guess. Lindsay, I have a I have a newer coach that I think would, you guys could possibly be a good team if you're interested in a success.
Okay. Sure.
She's a brand new coach of mine.
Yes, I was gonna ask if anyone had any ideas.
Yeah, I've got a brand newbie, and she works full time. Do you work full time?
Yeah, I actually am my husband and I are business owners.
Oh, okay. Wow,
Yeah.
you're a busy lady.
Yeah.
What do you guys do?
We own a tile and grout cleaning and restoration company.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, you are busy. So you know all about starting up a business.
Right, exactly. So that's kind of like our baby right now, but I kind of needed something for just me that was a little more rewarding. So that's what I'm doing.
And you, what do you find you personally, Lindsay, like best about coaching?
I don't know. It's only been like a month, but I guess I really enjoy at this point in time, just like the creative outlet of the social media posts.
Yeah, that's what I was going to say, because you're so business minded.
Mhm.
For you, Beachbody maybe needs to be your fun thing.
Yeah.
For business.
Right.
So, treat it like a business might give you hives. So, and that's like really the beauty of this business is I want you to focus on that creative outlet and have it be something that you are excited to have time to do instead of, I have to do Beachbody.
Yes, exactly.
Who's your coach?
Danielle Mullen.
Okay.
Yeah. Sarah or Heather can start a group chat tonight or tomorrow with you guys, and you guys can get to know each other, your new coaches too.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, that's what I do. I started a group chat, and Heather, last night I put you in that chat with Mandy. Is she still here? No, she's not here.
Me, Heather?
Oh, sorry, Heather. What is your last name? I always want to say Ann.
Johnny.
Okay. Yeah, I put her in a little pod with like 3 or 4 other girls, and I call them pods. And I like to get coaches that have joined about the same time, or have the same about like motivation kind of thing with the business into a pod. So if I wouldn't want to put a discount coach with somebody that's like, I love this business. Oh my God, I thought that was a bottle of wine. I was like, get it, girl.
H2O.
Oh, okay. I'll get it by myself. Sorry, it's been a long day. So,
Pods.
Girls start at the same time.
Yeah, it would stress somebody else out because if they were like getting blown up with notifications and things. So yeah, I would think that would be awesome. Does anybody, Terry and Tiffany, do you both have a success partner, need a success partner?
Well, I did. Alex was my coach that just quit. So I do need one.
It's hard to be success partners with a coach of yours. So I think that you can push people and you can talk to them, but I think that it's kind of better to not be like, it's kind of like your mom telling you what to do in a sense, because you're her coach. So I think success partners typically work best when they're not either each other's sponsor. So Tiffany and Terry, I'm going to have you guys.
Actually,
Me and Heather are partners.
me and Heather are partners.
Oh, you are?
Snagged her up.
Yeah.
Okay.
Rachel and Heather hooked us up.
Okay.
Oh, it's love.
It is.
I
Mwah,
want
mwah.
you guys to start a group chat with Taylor. So you can have your own love connection, and then you can have a threesome with all 3 of you.
I don't mind.
Me neither. I'll share.
Okay. So, because, and that's the thing is Terry was like, well, I was hooked up with somebody. I probably had 4 success partners and like, honestly, I don't have one right now. So I need to get one. And if I had what Heather and Rachel had when I first started, I just can't even imagine like how like my business would have been. Like I have to say I have a successful business, but to see how dedicated they are, how they push.
I know. I love it.
Every day is just.
I do love it.
Cool. Yeah.
So can you kind of explain a little bit more about what a success partner, can you hear me?
I can hear Heather, but yeah, I'll let Heather do this because she.
Yeah, like what they do.
Yeah. So, I mean, you don't have to do it this intensely, but Rachel and I were like very similar, like minded in the business. Like we hit the ground running, and we really like wanted to like go as fast and as hard as we could. So that's why we clicked really well, because we were just on the same. So you can find a partner that doesn't necessarily. I mean, that's what you want in a success partner, somebody that you're kind of on the same track with.
Mm-hmm.
So for Rachel and I, we were very like laser focused on what it is that we wanted. And so we pushed each other. We knew each other's goals. We pushed each other. So we got up every single morning. I woke up at 4:30 every morning, and we're on different times. So she was at 5:30. And no matter what, we got up and we got on a Zoom call, and we did our power hours together. And power hours, are you familiar with what you do in a power hour?
Kind of.
Okay, so we would like send our invites out, and we would, send our coach posts out. We would craft a post, and we would, just make each other like we'd be on our phones. We're looking, we're not even looking at there. We're like on our phones, like, all right, did you get that post written? Just keeping each other like totally on track for that hour. And then,
Okay.
But you don't have to do it that way. You don't have to get on a Zoom call with your partner, but it's just somebody that you're on the same track with, that you can be pushing and that they can be pushing you. So we talk every other day. But we are constantly like updating our goals. So I'll be like, hey, you said that you were going to be, this next week. Are you on track for that? Or like, I'll just send her a text like throughout the day, like, how many invites did you send today? Or like, we just challenged each other the other day. We're going to do a 21-day challenge between she and I of contacting 30 new people every day. So
Okay.
it's just like it's just like finding somebody that will push you and you will push back, push along with.
Okay.
So
I like it.
yeah, it's been like, and I would not be where I am in the business if it wasn't for somebody, be pushing me. So I'm like forever grateful for April for setting us up, and she put us in a pod right when we first started, and our love went from there. We all have this joke that we've got like this,
Love connection.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. It's so funny because I don't know if you're on Snapchat, but Snapchat apparently put our two like Bitmojis together, and
That's funny.
I love it.
There are two Bitmojis and a stork in between.
A stork. Because is that why you're buying a baby?
Yeah. It had like a stork. April, you're muted. If you're talking to us, you're muted, April.
Buying a baby, the stork. I just did, I just signed up for Snapchat and just deleted it today when one of my patients goes to me, oh, I see you're on Snapchat. Goodbye.
Okay.
Goodbye. There's too many to block on Snapchat. I can block them on Facebook, but no. Yeah, goodbye.
Okay.
April, I have a favor to ask you.
Yeah.
Can you set up a call with me and your sister?
Yeah.
I thought I was following her on Facebook, but I don't see her. But I have a really great post that's been in my stomach for like a week, but I think she can help me more with it.
Yes, I'll send you that.
Okay.
What were you saying, April, though? What were you saying?
I can't figure out how to do Bitmoji with another person. People they always send it to me, but I can't figure out how to add me and somebody else's.
I don't know how to do it either. It just
What?
showed up on our Snapchat.
Like, people will send me Bitmojis all the time, where like my best friend Laura will send it, and it's like both of us in one that she sent, and I don't have an option to send it with her. It's like in a group chat on Snapchat, and she can send it like me and her. I cannot figure it out.
I have no clue what bitty emojis are, so I can.
I can show it to you how you can do it in Snapchat, but I don't know how to do it outside of Snapchat. But I can show that to you.
Right. Okay.
On another call.
Yeah, that's another time, and that makes me think that you and Melissa will do just great, because she's like so not technology, and the fact, and you're like, I don't know what a bit emoji is. I'm like, oh my gosh, you'll be perfect with Melissa.
I don't even have Snapchat.
I just steal the filters. Oh my God. Have you guys seen the filters on, I guess it's like a Facebook story? The other night I was cracking up. There's like a man face and I did it and I could not stop laughing.
It's the best. I seriously love Snapchat so much. Okay, so I just posted a It's a Beautiful Made. I just posted last night Heather was on, and then there was a couple other coaches. We just did an impromptu. Let me mute some people. We just did an impromptu like new coach call. And so I just posted that in Beautifully Made, and you can check that out. And then I also did a meal planning Zoom with challengers and coaches last night. And I can't tell you enough how cool that is and why I have not thought of that sooner. Like, get on a Zoom with your challengers. If you do it with your coaches, do it with your challengers. And I used to do that. I've actually only did that, I think, 1 or 2 times. It was like when Hammer and Chisel just came out. And I was running an awesome challenge group at the time. And may I add, getting amazing results. And maybe that's why my challenge group was so amazing at the time, because I was being a product of the product. This was it was like November or December before. So I got pregnant in like February. So it was right before we got pregnant. And I just remember thinking, I freaking love that I get paid to do this because it's so fun. And I remember just feeling like I was at such a good place in my life because I finally found a balance in my life with family and Beachbody. And I found a way to make it fun again, because, you know, you'll go through phases, and you will, I'm telling you now. And Lindsay, I know you can know this as a business owner, you'll go through phases where you're so excited and things are going awesome. And then you'll go through phases where you just want to freaking throw in the towel and you want to turn your mind off, and it's 9 o'clock at night and you don't want to be working your business. You want to be freaking watching like Keeping Up with the Kardashians and not using your brain. Like everything will bring back full circle, and you'll have all of these times. Oh, look, Heather joined in too. Go us. You know, so just know that, and know that every day, but it's the same thing with like life. Every day isn't going to be perfect, but you know, and every day isn't going to be great, but there's something great in every day. So, you know, you have to find where, you know, your passion is and go with that. And the reason why I'm telling you guys this as new coaches is, you know, trust, you know, me and Heather have both gone through where you just feel like you're burnt out, and, you know, you can't just give and not fill your cup up. So, you know, there's some days where I think it was after I was going through postpartum and, you know, a lot of stuff like personally. And honestly, I just took like a week break from social media. I took an entire week break, and I came back, and it was the best thing I could have done for myself. So, you know, I'm not ever telling you to take a week break. Don't do that. But for me, I was literally like being diagnosed with depression. I was, you know, postpartum depression. I was moving. I was packing. I was losing friends, people like just absolutely breaking my heart. And I had terrible anxiety. The last thing on my mind was Beachbody. But at the same time, I was struggling because I kept saying, I have to do this. I have to do this. I have to do this. So I just finally said, like, I'm going to take a couple mental health days. I think I took like 5 days where I didn't look at messages. I may have posted a couple times, but I didn't do anything. And for me, it was like, okay, I'm going to focus on being a mom. I'm going to focus on being a wife. I'm going to do the things that I want to do or need to do that are stressing me out. And that was really good. So if you need to take a mental health day, like, do that. And if you're not inviting every day, that's okay. But at the very minimum, like, I would just say still post, because even if you're going through stuff, tell a little bit about it and just say, hey, I'm going to be a little MIA. I'm really struggling with blah, blah, blah. And use that as a teachable moment that everybody is not, like, because people probably look at you and think, oh my gosh, you're so motivated. Oh my gosh, you have such discipline. I could never do that. You know, you have had such great results. I could never do that. When you put that out there, that you're a real person that struggles too, people are like, holy cow, she is a real human. And like, honestly, since I can't tell you enough how many people have messaged me since I started talking about my postpartum depression, because it's kind of one of those taboo topics like that people don't talk about. And I've had so many people message me like, thank you so much for being so open in this journey, because I 100% feel like a total failure. I feel like I'm all alone because nobody talks about it. So turn your mess into a message, and don't give a shit what people will think of you, because those people are never going to be your tribe. So like, who cares if somebody you haven't talked to since high school thinks your post is stupid? They're stupid, and you're never going to talk to them again. So like, focus on your tribe. And I mean, I'll give you an example. One of my best friends used to make fun of me for all my selfies, my beach body, and da 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 da. And it was like annoying, but I just dealt with it. I never really said anything. I just was like, well, that's her. That's how she is. And then one day, it was my birthday, and she was late to my birthday dinner, and but literally that's her. She's always late. And so then I just wanted a picture at the end, and me and my other girlfriend were like cute. We knew we were going out. She was in like workout clothes, was sweaty, was disgusting, was like, no, I don't want to take a picture. I'm like, it's my birthday. I'm home from North Carolina. Take a picture with me. And she was like, fine, but don't post it for stupid Beachbody. And I was like, it's fine. I don't need a picture. And I just left. And I left, and I didn't say anything. And she called me and she texted me, and I didn't respond because I was just like, I have prayed for you so much, because she was currently in between jobs and was never making any money. And she had her master's degree and just couldn't find work. And I can't tell you how many times I prayed that she would find a job that paid her well and that she enjoyed, because she struggled so much. And so here I am praying for her, and I have something that's generated me enough income to quit my job, to support my family, and that I absolutely have a fire in my belly every morning to work my business. And she can't be happy for me when that was what I was praying for her for. So I literally told her that. And I told her, and I said, I literally pray probably 5 times a week that you will find a job you love that pays you well. And I have that, and you can't be happy for me. And she had nothing to say. And now she is my biggest fan. She is always supporting me. And she'll even say, like, I used to make fun of her because in the beginning, she's like, but now she laughs at us all the way to the bank. And like, I'm not rolling in the money by any means, but it's just important to me that she respects me, and she realizes that it makes me happy, and who the heck cares? Like, I don't care. I have been told that I'm a selfie queen. I have been made fun of. My own sister used to block me and Melissa. Like I don't care, because that's not my tribe, and that's not the person I'm trying to help. I'm trying to help the person like April that's broken and thinks she has no self-worth, will do anything to keep a boyfriend. Like I've literally gone through probably 8 years of emotional abuse where they basically were saying you're replaceable, and I just begged for them back. So I was at a place where I had no self-confidence, no self-worth. I was bulimic and unhappy with myself. Where could I go but up? And that's how I want to word my post when you're really trying to be real and vulnerable, because you're going to change lives, guys. And the sooner you get real and stop trying to be perfect and stop trying to be fake and stop hiding when you have the pizza, talk about the pizza, talk about the wine, talk about how you fell off the wagon, talk about how you can't stop eating pizza, because I think I ate pizza probably 4 times a week in August, and talk about it. And I can't tell you enough how many times, and I'm sorry we've been on this call for so long, but I love calls like this where you're just kind of like talking about like real stuff. Like you can't, dang it, I forgot again.
I wanted to say something too to that, to like posting. I get in these like blocks where all of a sudden I like have this fear, and I think of all these. There's like probably 10 people that come to my mind that I think like, oh my gosh, I don't want them to like read this. And as soon as I start thinking about like the people that could be reading it, it like totally gives me writer's block, and then I can't come up with a post because I'm fearing there's a certain amount of people that are going to see it that I don't want them to see. And I'm going to see those people later in that week or whatever. So what I do a lot of times is when I'm starting to write a post, or if I know I'm going to write a post, I like visualize that I am writing to the audience that nobody knows me. I don't know anybody. There's not my friends that are reading this post or my family that's reading these posts. The people that are reading these posts are the only people that see my post are the only people that need to. So that's like what I visualize. That's what I like think of when I'm typing out my post. Like these people that need to hear this are the only people that are going to see it. And as soon as I imagine that, as soon as I think about that, then like my post just starts flowing, because those are the people I want to help. I don't want to help like my friends that do the same thing. They make fun of me for my selfies, or my family who literally, like, let me tell you guys, you want to say you don't have support. My brother and sister, two that were always very close with me, like forever, ever since I started Beachbody, have not one time, not once, have they ever mentioned to me my transformation, that I have lost any weight whatsoever. They've never mentioned to me my business. They've never asked one question about it. They've never said anything ever about Beachbody or about my weight loss. And let me tell you, those that don't know me and don't know what I did not look like this before. I look very different than how I looked before. And like, I went home on Thanksgiving so excited to see them, and so excited, like, not that I wanted to brag, but I was so excited that my family was going to finally like see me and know like how excited I am. And it was devastating to not have one word mentioned, like not one anything. Like, I acted like it was just a regular old day. So there's this huge elephant in the room, you know. And as soon as I think of them, like maybe seeing my posts, it like halts me. So I can't see that. So if you're ever feeling like, you know, you're scared of who's going to read it, you're scared who's going to see it, put them out of your mind, because the people that need to see it are the people who are going to see it. And that's who matters. Even if it's one person, you guys, that one person is you. You know, that one person was that one, you know, reason that you joined. And that's what I think of for me. That's like that one time, you know, that I saw April when I posted hashtag motivation or whatever. I needed to see that at that moment. And so when you're writing your posts and when you're reaching out to people, when you're sending your invites, you think of that one person that you can literally change their life because you have this amazing gift that you're going to share to them. So don't let that stop you, that there's some people that you don't want to see.
And that's 100% what coaching is about. It's not about Success Club. It's not about, you know, anything. It's about making people feel like they're normal and that they matter. And Carrie, you're
I
muted.
think I have problems with that.
Carrie, were you talking to me? You're muted. But Heather, what do you mean you have problems with that?
With I think just being real, like real, like deep down. That's why I wanted to talk to your sister, because she could probably understand a little bit more than other people, you know. And I don't know, judgment.
But you know what? The people that matter are going to support you and lift you up.
I'm gonna cry.
You don't have to turn it off. It's okay. And honestly, like, what I love about Beachbody, I can't tell you how many times I've cried on calls or whatever, because we start talking and we get really real. And, you know, it's hard to put it all out there, and there's ways to filter it so you're not putting it all out there. But the hurt that you're feeling right now, I'm sure is so much better than what it was because of the personal development that you've done. And you have to not give a shit what people think because of the people that are where you were before you found this community and before you found positivity. So they matter more than what somebody might think of you, because they may roll their eyes at you, but they're just going to keep scrolling. They're not going to message you and be like, I want you to know that your posts are obnoxious. Like,
They might, you never know.
Well, they might. I mean, my own sister, like, basically said that she blocked me because motivation is annoying. I'm not sure how that's possible.
I made somebody cry before on accident.
Yeah.
Just with a simple invite.
Yeah. And that's why we do what we do. And but yeah, talk to Melissa. She's really good at being raw and vulnerable, and she's gone through a lot of crap, so I'm sure she'd be a great person to talk to. But you know what? I would rather attract somebody that went through a lot of crap like I did than somebody that joined me because they thought I was perfect. Because they're going to be sorely taken after 5 minutes of being on a Zoom call. So, but a lot of that is just you just being able to let it go and say, what do I want to do? Do I want to worry about what this person might think of me that I would never probably know? Or do I want to help somebody that literally is at rock bottom?
That's true.
Who gives a shit what people think of you? It's going to be that person that said, Dude, I was literally contemplating why the heck I was on this earth. And I'm so glad that I joined your group. Because you're gonna have messages like from people like that when you start getting real. And that's when you say, I just got chills like talking about it, but that's when you say, that's why I made that post. That was really scary. And that you probably will have to close your eyes, push post, and walk away, and that's okay. Like, if you have to like be like, I'm out, I'm not even checking Facebook tonight, like, that is fine. And like, Heather, I remember.
I'd probably be that person sitting there like nobody's liked it. It's been 6 minutes and I didn't get no like. I didn't get no message. Nobody even hit the angry face.
No. Heather did a live video and then was like, guys, I just did a live video. And I was like, literally like, I can't find it. She's like, I deleted it. It was awful. Like, do that. So, and then the first time she made her, I remember the first time that you made your story post. Yeah. You like wants to throw up just thinking about it right now.
And I literally had to, I mean, my heart was pounding so hard. I was exceedingly vulnerable and I put like it all out there. And I literally just sat there staring at the post, like so scared to hit post. And my heart is just like beating out of my chest. And I posted, I put my phone down and I left my house. Like I could not even, I did not even want to be anywhere
near. She had
near.
So much engagement and so much interaction and so many comments because so many people felt the same way that she did. So it's, Harry, just go delete them all then. Like,
yeah.
I need a new Facebook page, I think.
Why don't you delete them from this page and add them to
a new one
page for just business people and say, hey, I'm only using this page for my Beachbody account. I'm going to add you on my, I don't know
how, yeah, I was going to ask you guys that because I hold back. And then yesterday my fucking sister, excuse my mouth, but
I've been trying to get my sister and my mom on board.
I don't want them on board. I didn't appreciate
like they can both honestly benefit from it because they're both, overweight and stuff. But my mom came to visit me for 2 weeks and she had a shake every single day. I gave her a Shakeology every single day. She loved it. So I'm like, Mom, let me get you signed up. And she's like, no, I don't think I want to spend $130 a month. So I was like, oh, well, I'll sign you up as a discount member. And she's like, no, that's just too much. And she drinks some stupid cold frappuccinos from Starbucks. She drinks 5 a day.
Okay, I need you to go do the math and add that up and say, Mom, this is what you're spending.
Exactly.
Oh, so they are $4 a piece, those frappuccinos.
I did. And
I used to drink them.
I get them at Sam's Club for like $12 a case. And I'm like, but how many cases are you drinking a week? So, and she loved the shakes, but she just don't want to do it. So she'll be ready at some point.
And don't focus your energy on that. Focus your energy on elsewhere. And if she's ready or when she's ready, she'll come around. But don't focus your energy.
Yeah, because family's not going to support you as much as you think they will.
No, they don't.
I've learned that from Premier Designs Jewelry that I was in for 7 years. It doesn't bother me at that point.
They're happy to support when it's something for free.
Well, when they go to Macy's and buy jewelry or go to GNC and buy something, it's okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, I mean, there's seriously so many things that you could say, well, this happened. It's going to happen.
Mm-hmm.
It's going to happen with any business. I'm sure Lindsay could tell you some actual real horror stories. Guys, this is just
it's a roller coaster.
Yeah.
Hey guys, I'm sorry to break it up, but I'm going to have to hop off.
I am too.
Hey, Heather.
I told Matt that I was going to be on this call for 30 minutes, and it's been an hour and a half. So
it's been so good to chat with you all.
So
bye.
I post this recording, and if you guys have anything individual that you ever want to message, want advice for, like, just message me. Just message your coach. Like, I'm honestly, like, I don't check my messages unless I'm sitting down to do Beachbody because I've trained myself to do that. I don't get a message and say, ooh, I literally took all my notifications off my phone. So I sit down when I'm doing a power hour to do messages. So if you have something that is really on your heart that you really need help with, just message me, and you're not going to bother me. You're not going to be, I mean, if you are like, how do I get my coach ID? I'm going to be like, girl.
And then when you get it, put it on a post-it at your computer and in your calendar so you can take it with you.
So, yeah, so feel free to message us with anything. And I'm so glad that you guys hopped on tonight. And we will be doing I plan to do a team call every Thursday where we do a 30-minute Q&A like we did tonight, but much shorter, and then a 30-minute power half hour. So that's my plan for Thursday nights. If you guys want to join us, I think that that's going to be the most beneficial for us. And check out my YouTube, because I've got like literally 4 years worth of trainings on there, and I will add this one there too. So
Okay.
all right, have a good night, guys.
Bye.
Good night. Bye.